Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Thank you for joining me today for what promises to be a detailed and eye-opening discussion about Donald Trump's shifting relationship with Bitcoin and the broader world of cryptocurrency. As you may know, the former and now soon-to-be president has taken quite a journey in his public stance on digital currencies. Not too long ago, he was openly critical, labeling Bitcoin as not money and based on thin air. Fast forward to the year 2025, and we see a very different Donald Trump, one who has embraced digital currencies with fervor, vowing to make the United States the crypto capital of the planet and turn it into the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Over the course of this broadcast, we're going to dive deep into how this drastic transformation happened, what it might mean for the future of cryptocurrency in America, and how both supporters and skeptics are reacting to the possibility of a pro-Bitcoin administration in the White House. We'll look at the background of Trump's evolving views, examine the market impact, and explore the major initiatives that his new administration has proposed for the crypto space. It's no secret that the relationship between politicians and Bitcoin has historically been complicated. For a time, Bitcoin was viewed by many officials as a fringe technology that enabled illicit activities. Over the years, however, we've witnessed growing acceptance of blockchain technology in mainstream finance and retail. Banks are developing their own digital asset platforms, and institutional investors have begun allocating Bitcoin in their portfolios. Yet Donald Trump's journey stands out because of its speed and intensity. One moment he was deriding the cryptocurrency as a scam, and now he's touting it as an integral part of America's financial future. In this broadcast, you'll hear me break down Trump's pro-crypto proposals, including the creation of a U.S. Bitcoin reserve, the promise of clearer regulations, and the appointment of a crypto czar in the administration. We'll also explore how Bitcoin's price, which smashed through the $100,000 mark earlier this year, has been influenced by these political developments. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast, a curious observer, or even a skeptic, I invite you to listen in, form your own conclusions, and consider how a pro-Bitcoin White House could reshape the U.S. economy. By the end of our time together, I hope you'll have a solid grasp of why Trump's embrace of Bitcoin is more than just a passing fad. It's a milestone that might have ripple effects for decades to come. Let's go step by step, starting with a closer look at how Donald Trump's stance on Bitcoin has changed so drastically in just a few short years. To fully appreciate where Trump stands today, it's helpful to rewind to 2019. In that year, Trump took to social media to express his disdain for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. In no uncertain terms, he stated that he was not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, pointing out how their value was, in his view, based on thin air. He also criticized the volatility of digital currencies and insinuated that unregulated crypto markets could facilitate unlawful behavior. That skepticism persisted into 2021, even as prominent business figures like Elon Musk were becoming vocal supporters of Bitcoin, and major corporations started adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Trump was still critical, once calling Bitcoin a scam in an interview. Many in the crypto community believed that this opposition would remain unchanged. After all, Trump often positioned himself as someone who favored a strong U.S. dollar and was resistant to anything that he perceived as a threat to American financial sovereignty. Yet as the political landscape evolved and the crypto market matured, we saw signs that Trump's views were starting to soften. Part of this shift may have been influenced by the growing number of political donors and supporters who were vocal about wanting clearer regulations to foster innovation in the crypto sector. By 2024, Trump's presidential campaign hinted at a more open-minded approach, and by the time the campaign was in full swing, he was openly championing Bitcoin. He went so far as to promise that under his new administration, the United States would develop a strategic crypto stockpile and position itself as a leader in digital finance. For many political analysts, the pivot was nothing short of astonishing. Some critics accused Trump of political opportunism, suggesting that he saw the enthusiasm in the crypto community and recognized the potential for garnering massive financial backing. On the other hand, supporters claimed that Trump's change of heart signaled his ability to adapt to the evolving realities of global finance. They argued that a world where blockchain technology is integral to banking, trade, and even voting would require forward-thinking policies, and that Trump was merely reading the writing on the wall. In 2025, we have a clear indicator of how dramatically Trump's stance has changed. He's appointing crypto-friendly advisors to his transition team, discussing the possibility of a crypto czar, and outlining ways to integrate digital assets more deeply into the American economy. This transformation from skeptic to supporter has ignited heated debates among politicians, economists, and everyday citizens alike. The crypto market, known for its volatility and sensitivity to news events, has not remained indifferent to Trump's pro-crypto announcements. Earlier this year, as the campaign trail heated up and Trump publicly declared his support for Bitcoin, the price of the cryptocurrency skyrocketed. After flirting with the $70,000 to $80,000 range in late 2024, Bitcoin surged past $100,000 in early 2025. Experts widely attributed this leap to the growing expectation that a Trump presidency would lead to crypto-friendly regulations and a national strategy endorsing the use of blockchain technologies. It wasn't just Bitcoin that benefited from this sentiment. The entire crypto ecosystem, ranging from Ethereum and various altcoins to NFT platforms and decentralized finance (DeFi) protocols, experienced a boost in market capitalization. Startups that might have struggled under previous administrations, which were more inclined to treat crypto with regulatory caution, suddenly found new life and funding. Established tech giants also ramped up their blockchain research and development efforts, anticipating a friendlier environment for innovation. Meanwhile, major players in the crypto industry rallied behind Trump's campaign. Some of the big names in Bitcoin mining and crypto exchange operations made large contributions, seeing the potential for more predictable regulations and possibly even subsidies that could strengthen their competitive standing. This created a unique alliance. A former president, once vocally opposed to digital currencies, now backed by a sector that was eager to see him re-elected because of his promises. But it's crucial to note that not everyone in the financial world has embraced Trump's pro-Bitcoin stance. Traditional financial institutions, while increasingly involved in blockchain, still harbor concerns about market stability, regulatory compliance, and the risk of enabling illegal activities. Critics argue that Trump's enthusiasm could lead to hasty policy decisions that fail to consider the complexities of monitoring digital transactions, preventing fraud, and managing economic risks associated with extreme price volatility. Additionally, regulatory agencies remain divided. While some officials see clear benefits in adopting a national crypto strategy, such as attracting tech talent, encouraging innovation, and keeping up with global competitors, others remain wary. They highlight the potential for money laundering, tax evasion, and cybersecurity threats, all of which are real issues that the blockchain community has been trying to address through improved technology and self-regulation. One of the most ambitious proposals that has captured headlines is Trump's idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Much like the nation's gold reserves at Fort Knox, the idea is to hold a portion of U.S. financial reserves in Bitcoin, solidifying America's stake in what many believe to be digital gold. Proponents argue that this move would provide a hedge against inflation, give the U.S. greater influence in the global crypto market, and signal a strong commitment to digital asset leadership. Skeptics, however, warn that tying part of the country's financial stability to such a volatile asset could be risky without robust risk management frameworks in place. Another significant aspect of Trump's plan involves crypto-friendly regulations. He has vowed that within his first 100 days back in office, he will push for legislative and executive actions that clearly define how cryptocurrencies should be treated under U.S. law, covering everything from taxation to consumer protection. One might recall the frustration within the crypto community during previous administrations, when regulatory ambiguity stifled innovation. By promising swift and transparent guidelines, Trump has positioned himself as a hero to many crypto entrepreneurs. One of the most ambitious proposals that has captured headlines is Trump's idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Much like the nation's gold reserves at Fort Knox, the idea is to hold a portion of U.S. financial reserves in Bitcoin, solidifying America's stake in what many believe to be digital gold. Proponents argue that this move would provide a hedge against inflation, give the U.S. greater influence in the global crypto market, and signal a strong commitment to digital asset leadership. Skeptics, however, warn that tying part of the country's financial stability to such a volatile asset could be risky without robust risk management frameworks in place. Another significant aspect of Trump's plan involves crypto-friendly regulations. He has vowed that within his first 100 days back in office, he will push for legislative and executive actions that clearly define how cryptocurrencies should be treated under U.S. law, covering everything from taxation to consumer protection. One might recall the frustration within the crypto community during previous administrations, when regulatory ambiguity stifled innovation. By promising swift and transparent guidelines, Trump has positioned himself as a hero to many crypto entrepreneurs. 1 point. Strengthened global competitiveness. The U.S. could reassert its financial leadership on the global stage, especially as other nations, like China with its digital yuan, are racing to deploy their own digital currencies. If Trump's administration successfully creates favorable conditions for crypto companies, we might see an influx of entrepreneurs, developers, and investors eager to set up operations in America. This could spur job creation in fields like blockchain development, cybersecurity, and fintech, driving the nation's economy in new directions. Second, innovation versus regulation. While crypto enthusiasts are thrilled about the prospect of friendlier policies, the balancing act between innovation and regulation remains crucial. A lack of oversight could lead to increased scams, fraud, and market manipulation, outcomes that would be detrimental to both investors and the national economy. Trump's new administration will have to carefully craft regulations that encourage responsible growth while deterring illicit activities. 3. Volatility and market stability. Bitcoin's volatility is legendary, and the possibility of the U.S. government holding substantial amounts of it is not without risk. A sudden crash in Bitcoin's value could affect government finances if the strategic reserve is large enough. On the flip side, if Bitcoin continues to gain acceptance as a store of value, holding a national reserve might prove to be a profitable and forward-thinking move. Ultimately, the question remains, how much volatility can the U.S. economy tolerate, and what safeguards can be implemented? Fourth, public perception and voter sentiment. Trump's embrace of Bitcoin may sway certain tech-savvy and pro-innovation voters. Yet a portion of the electorate remains wary of cryptocurrencies, associating them with criminal activity, or simply distrusting an asset they don't fully understand. Public education about digital assets could become a key part of Trump's policy agenda if he aims to build broad support for his crypto initiatives. 5-point relationships with traditional finance. Even as crypto gains mainstream acceptance, traditional financial institutions, major banks, credit card companies, and investment firms still have considerable influence. How will they collaborate with or compete against a government seeking to prioritize digital currencies? Will banks swiftly adapt, or will there be a pushback that could lead to regulatory conflicts? Answers to these questions will shape not only the trajectory of the crypto market, but also the broader financial ecosystem. Sixth, technological and environmental considerations. Bitcoin mining is resource-intensive, often criticized for its high energy consumption. With a more significant American footprint in Bitcoin, environmental concerns may rise to the forefront. There could be pressure on miners to adopt greener energy solutions, or risk facing public backlash. If the U.S. wants to position itself as a leader, it may also need to spearhead initiatives that promote sustainable mining and environmentally responsible blockchain technology. As we watch these dynamics unfold, it's clear that Trump's pro-Bitcoin administration could profoundly shape the financial landscape, not just in the U.S., but around the world. Whether you view this shift as a victory for economic freedom or a precarious gamble, one thing is undeniable. Bitcoin, once an obscure digital experiment, has now captured the attention of the highest levels of government. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on how far we've come. Less than a decade ago, national leaders dismissed Bitcoin as a fad or a tool for criminals. Today, it sits near the center of presidential policy discussions. This remarkable journey underscores the power of technological innovation to challenge established norms and reshape entire industries. Thank you for tuning in to our deep dive into Donald Trump's evolving stance on Bitcoin and what his upcoming presidency could mean for the future of cryptocurrency in America. We hope today's discussion provided clarity on the history, the hype, and the high stakes that define this unfolding story. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Let us know what you think about Trump's pro-Bitcoin policies. Could they usher in a new golden era of American innovation, or are we barreling toward uncharted territory with serious risks? If you found value in today's broadcast, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future updates on the interplay between cryptocurrency, politics, and global finance. Stay tuned, stay informed, and we look forward to bringing you more in-depth coverage as events continue to unfold. Thank you, and have a great day.